Hi guys, so this time I'm doing a double page spread using the sketch that you can see below. There you go. I'm using craft cardstock because it's my travel album, so I'm trying to keep it all the same with most of the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Free Spirit collection. So I'm just matting my large photo that's going to be on the left hand page, and then I've got 4 photos that are going to be on the right hand page, so it's a little bit different to the sketch, and I've twisted the right hand side a little bit just to make it work for me. You'll see in a bit later. I'm just inking my edges. I think if I remember rightly, some of the edges don't get inked as I'm going along, so I've got very little of this paper left because I absolutely love this collection. So I am quite cheeky with some of the bits. You'll see a bit later and as how I make them work. So this is quite a simple layout for me, with quite a lot of white space. So it's a bit, I found it quite difficult to do. I wanted to add more and more, but I tried not to. So as you can see, I'd not got enough of that paper, so I've cut a little gap in it, and I'm just using my punch to make it look like note paper. I absolutely love this punch. I've been wanting one for ages and I managed to pick it up on Amazon. It was sent from the US somewhere. So I'm just looking for a big piece of pattern paper for the background. I've gone with that kind of bubble effect. Oh, I don't know what I'm fiddling about out there. Oh, corner rounder. It all just seemed very square, so I think that's why I went for the corner rounder, just to kind of smooth it out a little bit and make it less blocky. So I'll just start to stick everything down now. You'll see it come together really quickly, and I'll move on to the second page. So I don't do one page and then the other, I kind of flip between the two a little bit. So I'm on to the second page, and this time I've got 4 photos, 2 larger ones and 2 small. So I think like 2 6x4s and 2 3x4s, if I remember rightly. So I'm trying to repeat the patterned paper that I had for the last page. That cake was just the most amazing cake. This cafe, there's a bit of a story behind it. We went in the morning and I had hot chocolate, and then went back in the afternoon for coffee and cake because the cake looked so nice, but we'd only just had breakfast. So the waiter made a joke about us going back for cocktails in the evening, which we didn't in the end. So I'm just fiddling around with the paper at the back to get it how I want it. And this is where you see me cheat because I've not got enough paper to go across the back. So I've cut it into 3 so that I can have it at each side and then a little strip in the middle to make it look like it's a full piece across the page. I think now when I look back, I think I've only got one full sheet of this Cocoa Vanilla Studio Free Spirit paper left, and the rest of it's all in tiny little scraps. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to get another layout really out of it. Hopefully just one more, because I've got quite a few embellishments left to use. If not, we'll have to go into my stash. I did buy another set of the enamel dots shapes, because they've got hearts and stars and things in, because I absolutely love them. So there you go, you can see it makes it look like it's one piece across the back, but actually it's 3. So I didn't have enough white card to back the small pictures on, so I took the grey cardstock out of the Like Forever kit that I got and used that instead. So actually it's quite nice to have a bit of a different colour, breaks it up a little bit. So I just overlap the 6x4 photos with the 3x4s. And pop them up on some foam squares. So I had a beautiful little courtyard outside, and I reckoned it was like a really romantic cafe. so you can see the two together, and I start to pick out some of the Free Spirit ephemera to work out what I want to put on it. So I'll just pull out lots of bits that I think I might use and then put the rest away. So you can see next to the two smaller photos where the note edge paper is, kind of created a little box there which I plan to have my journaling in, and you'll see at the end of the video my camera cuts out before I finish the journaling and add half of the title, so you'll have to see that in the photos, unfortunately. So I've just added in some of the ephemera and one of the little wooden kind of enamel button type things, and a few little arrows just to point at the cake and things like that. So moving on to the kind of title side of it, and I pull out an old thickers sheet that I've got. I don't actually know what font and thing it is, but I've had it for years and it's a beautiful pink colour and it's all glittery, so I thought that worked really well with this. So the title of it is the name of the cafe, and it means like to talk or something in Latvian. It was quite amusing. They had a little sign in there that said about talking together, but if you want there is free Wi-Fi. So I wanted to put cafe on using the Free Spirit alphas, but I didn't have an E, so I couldn't do that. So I do add a kind of an aqua blue one above the title, but you don't see me do that. It's just on the photos at the end. So I'm just adding some pieces of ephemera, some on foam dots and some flat, just to add a little cluster to the bottom left hand corner, just to kind of frame that picture of me and my other half. I was playing with my timer on my camera on this holiday, so there's quite a few of us together. I was getting really good at like running and sitting down quickly, so it went with because I got 10 seconds. I've since bought a remote control for it. Oh, I'll get my head. Oh, I apologise for the dogs if you can hear them, that's next door. So I'm just adding, I think it's a Maggie Holmes roller stamp, so I'm just adding a few stamps there just to add a bit of interest. And so the arrows there also coordinate with the arrows on the other page, and so do the wooden enamel buttons. Where have I gone? Oh, this is when it cuts out. So I add some Heidi Shine and then the camera cuts out, and you'll get to see my finished title and journaling in the photos, which are coming up shortly. Thanks for watching, and I do apologise that it's turned out like this.